10 things no one tells people about retirement. Ooh, here we go. Is this not
This
a
is
pro
good.
con?
Yeah, this is good. So this one, Jake's it's not so conducive for the pro cons, but I
All
think
right,
that we
let's
should.
hear it.
I think we should talk about these items because this was a powerful post with some real life insights. Let me
Okay,
start
let's hear
there,
it.
Jake. So the author here likened retirement to a jailbreak and said that when people plan a prison escape, they are so focused on the act of getting out that they don't do much planning for
Mm,
when they're finally beyond the walls and they
that's
get
good.
caught and they go back.
That's
Which again,
good.
yeah, but the point here is that in thinking about retirement planning, there's a lot more involved than just money. And these were 10 points that nobody would tell you. And the first one, Jake, and I just want to hear you, we can go back and forth on these. The first one is that retirement is empty. Retirement is a phase of life that doesn't inherently contain anything. So it's up to individuals to fill that with meaningful activities and pursuits.
Good one, Corey. You're right. Retirement is not a place, it's a state. So again, it is empty. I love that. You're right. Especially if you retire young and all of your friends are still working and your kids have their lives of their own, it can be very empty. All right.
I
Number
know.
two, beware of the dark side. Mental health issues such as depression and isolation are common in retirement. So it's crucial to prioritize mental well being over financial concerns. And again, please, please, if you're listening or watching to this and you are depressed or anxious, go out there and get help. Go out there. There's a lot of people. There's therapists. There's hotlines. Lean on people to get help for yourself because it's a horrible thing, depression, and you can get help. But do you have thoughts
Right.
on this one?
Yeah, I just think the dark side of retirement doesn't really necessarily show up in how much or how little money you have saved. It has a lot more to do with your mindset, your daily actions, your health and your relationships, and I think that's the focus there.
Good.
Number 3, Jake, the wrong top 10 list. So retirement is one of the top 10 most stressful life events, and many other stressful events can intersect with the retirement transition, making it a really challenging period.
Yeah, there is some nervousness and anxiousness that obviously goes along with retirement. And our job at Falcon Wealth Advisors is to alleviate a lot of those fears when it comes to the money side of it. And certainly we can introduce you to coaches if you're having other emotional or other fears along it. But you're right. That's funny. It isn't just a joyful, I guess what would be like, I guess like a holiday or a birthday is maybe less stressful than retirement. So that makes sense. All right. Number 4, retirement isn't a feeling. Relying on feelings to navigate retirement can be problematic. Concrete plans and actions are necessary to create a fulfilling retirement experience. This is what I talked about. I think it was last week, Corey. Plan that lunch. Like if you want to go lunch with some of your favorite coworkers once a month, you've got to put it on your calendar and you've got to plan it. You can't just say you want to do it. You need to get specific. And I would argue retirees should still have a schedule. They should still have a calendar and they should try to fill it up. But the good news is fill it up with things you want to do. Fill it up with things that are healthy or maybe make you some money or maybe it's just good for your community, give you fulfillment. But you got to make concrete plans. I like that one. What's number
Yep.
5?
All right, number 5 here is up and coming subtractions. So retirement involves significant trade-offs. And beyond just the trade-offs, Jake, it is the loss of routine, right? Is one of the trade-offs that people can lose, the social connections, mental stimulation. So finding replacements for those losses in retirement is essential.
Yeah, makes sense. Number 6, retirement doesn't eliminate work. It reorients it basically, right? So instead of having to go and sit in a cubicle or work from home or work on an assembly line, you now need to work on yourself. You need to work on your health, your relationships, your purpose, which to me, frankly, Corey, I work on that stuff and I work. So it'd be really cool for a retiree that that's all their focus is now and that they can double down on that. Because a lot of people let themselves go while working, which I get it. You're raising a family, you're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Maybe you're a little overweight. Maybe you haven't eaten healthy. Maybe you've kind of lost touch with some of the relationships. Now's the time to work on all those things. And they all are work, but it should be the exciting type of work. That's good. What's
All right.
7?
Yeah, number 7 is the lost and found table. It's important to find a new social network and reconnect with past interests and aspirations to avoid feeling isolated and unwanted in retirement, which I think is really good because the reality is that, research has shown us that, active people with a strong social network are happier in retirement, have the ability to live longer, and it helps their health. But the point there is that, reuniting with some of the things that might feel like they were gone, but basically just reestablishing those connections is crucial.
Yeah, so dust off that. Think about when you were in school and what your favorite subject was, or what are some of your really good memories where you had a really good time, and that's how you got to get that lost and found back. Good life on the back burner. Simply having more time in retirement doesn't guarantee improved relationships or health. As past sacrifice, that's what I just talked about. As past sacrifices may have created collateral damage that needs to be addressed. So again, go to the doctor. Right, go to your general doctor and get a physical. I don't care if you're 70 years old, 60 years old, 50 years old. Go get a physical, check it out, make sure everything's good, and get on a plan to get your life back on that front burner. Good. We got two
Yes.
more here, Corey.
All right, number 9, you're gonna like this one, Jake. Stop saying retire to something.
Ooh,
Instead of planning to start new activities in retirement, it's better to continue existing habits and interests to smooth smoother transition. And really, Jake, the author here was saying that the issue with the advice to retire to something is that it gives people permission to procrastinate or hold off on becoming the best possible version of themselves. That you don't need to
interesting,
wait until
Corey.
you retire to do that. You should start
Uh,
doing that right now.
oh, okay. I got it.
Just retire with something, not to something.
I see. I see. So if you keep delaying saying, I'm going to exercise once I retire, start exercising now.
Yeah, and then retire with exercise is part of what you do.
Ah, good one, Corey. All right, last one. We run out of time here. The only certainty in retirement is that it will eventually end. So it's
Mm.
important to avoid delaying important activities and create a no regrets retirement. That's good though, Corey. Like you've been wanting to go to Alaska, go to Alaska. I tell
Yep.
this to clients all the time. You want to go on a trip? Go on a trip. Let's plan it. Do it. What are you waiting for? If you can
Yes.
afford it, you should do it. Well, and obviously if you want to do it. But if you want to do it, if your financial plan supports it, stop waiting. Stop waiting. Let's do it.